Today I am weaving with nature. I went out into the garden and I grabbed some nature finds, some of these flowers that are spent. I've got some baby's breath. I threw it all in this bucket. Some baby's breath in here and some oregano, which is ornamental oregano. It smells really good, and when it dries it turns this like greenish purpley color, and it's gorgeous. I think there's some cat's meow, which I think is going to dry pretty decent too. So let's see what else I have in here. Here is a hydrangea. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but looks good for weaving. Let's see, and I have some of these little yellow flowers. I don't remember the name of those. I don't remember the names of any of my flowers, like most of them. Some of them I do, but we're lucky that I know some of them today. I think that I've got some pine cones in here too. So I'm just going to lay this out. I'm actually teaching this class for some kids. We're going to do a little nature walk and some adults. So I just wanted to, really been wanting to do this for a while. So I'm very excited about teaching it. And I thought I'd just do a little practice here on my YouTube channel to see how it's going to go. So I'm just tying these around. I feel like this is a very simple project, but sometimes I think that, and it doesn't turn out that way, but I think that anybody could really do this. Just go out and grab some cool things in nature and, you know, make it. So I'm just tying these corners together. All right, once you have your corners pretty set, there's still a little bit of flexibility in here. Not too bad now that I added some of the hot glue, but I'm going to move on. So now I'm just going to go ahead and build my frame, the guts, I guess, of it, where you know the weave the items can get held in. So that's why I'm calling it a weaving with nature, but I definitely need a base here. Okay, no, start over. Okay. Okay, now that you have this set up, your frame set up, we can go ahead and start putting in our jute or string, basically like the netting of what's going to hold, it's part of the weaving of what's going to hold all of our nature items. So I'm just going to tie a little knot right here. And I'm basically just going to go and just wrap it around. Just keep wrapping it around. And get it pretty tight, but not super crazy tight. Just enough to where we're going to be able to stick some items in there. And this is kind of just how you want to do it. I don't think there's any way. You don't have to go in and out like a normal weave. We're just trying to build some kind of structure to where we can stick our items in between these gaps. And I have done this with one of those embroidery hoops, and it turns out pretty amazing, but I really wanted to try this like with a more natural kind of look, and something that we can, you know, just found objects. So I'm just going to go back around a little bit here And maybe just some crisscrossing. And then maybe a little bit over here too on this side. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Definitely gonna hold some of my items. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here and tie a little knot. All right. You can cut these little strings off if you don't like them hanging, or you can kind of shove them in here and they just blend in with the rest of the strings. Or you can just leave them like that. I kind of like the rustic type of feel, so I just usually leave them just hanging out wherever they feel like going. So, all right, so I'm going to start with some of my things, and this is the part that's just, this is the fun part for me. And some of these flowers are still really, they're not dried yet, but I think they'll dry in here, and some of them might get messy and fall off, but that's okay. It's more about the process of doing this. I just think it's really neat, and it looks kind of cool even if they dry and they start to fall off. So we're just going to start sticking these pieces in here. We're just kind of weaving them in and out of the jute. The baby's breath should stay pretty similar to what it's already at. It dries just pretty much the same way it looks, actually. And so does this oregano. It just gets very light when it dries. Pine cones. I like this project because there's really no rules to it, you know, just get your structure in, what feels right for you, and then just start packing in all your nature finds. As many or as little as you want. It's great for like the little hands, you know, for that hand-eye coordination, the small motor skills too. Let's see, I haven't used some of this yet. And you'll notice that the more you put in here, the tighter these strings are getting. So it's always good to kind of leave a little bit of room when you're wrapping so that you can stick your nature finds in there. And it will get tighter as you go. All right, I have it pretty packed in here, but I'm gonna stick some more baby's breath in here. So this is kind of nice. There's some holes you can see through here. So if you want to close those gaps, you can. I like to use the pine cones for that. Look, there's a little nature bug right there crawling. See it? I'm sorry, I ruined its full comb. But, all right, so I'm just gonna close some of those gaps, but I kind of like to be able to see through it too. It adds a little bit more interest. So there's the back. I suppose you could do both sides, and then if you hung it, that'd be kind of neat too. So you can hang it in a window so you could see both sides of it if you did that, or you could just have it as a wall hanging. So it's kind of fun. It's just a semi-simple project, easy to do with kids. Most of the time the hunting is actually my favorite part, but then also arranging these in here is also kind of cool. So I'm interested to see how some of these dry. You could do it with already dried flowers or some of your finds outside. But I kind of like the surprise of it. So I'm going to hang this on the wall, and I'm going to see how some of this stuff dries and see if it stays together. All right, so have fun, go on a nature walk, find your things, and I hope you have a good time doing this. I love them. All right, bye.